finally got the keys, you move in with so much hope, but now you're questioning everything. If you're wondering why so many people your age are selling the homes that they bought just a few years ago, it's not your imagination. In this video, I'm breaking down what's really happening, why thousands of homeowners are reversing course, and what you can do if you're in the same boat. Hi, I'm Teresa, and around here, I don't just talk about homeownership. I talk about the real stuff, the unexpected bills, the surprise repairs, the clutter you never planned for, and yes, even the tough decisions like when it's time to move. Because managing a home isn't always about holding on, sometimes it's about knowing when to let go. According to Opendoor's latest report, 91% of first time home sellers said mistakes made during the pandemic played a major role in their decisions to sell. And the majority, millennials, the same generation that chased low interest rates and remote work freedom, are now running into rising costs, lifestyle changes, and homes that no longer fit. Let's unpack why. Back in 2020 and 2021, the housing market exploded with mortgage rates under 3% and remote work giving people the green light to move anywhere. Millions of first time buyers took the leap. For millennials, many of whom were still feeling the effects of the 2008 recession, this felt like a rare opportunity. Affordable monthly payments, extra space, and a sense of control during a chaotic time. But in a rush to buy, a lot of people skipped inspections, overpaid, or just didn't think long term. And now those choices are catching up. Fast forward to 2025 and we're dealing with a whole new reality. Mortgage rates are now close to 7% and property taxes and insurance have jumped. And let's not forget, many of those flexible remote jobs, they're calling people back into the office. A recent real estate survey says homeowners are spending an additional $24,000 a year outside of their mortgage on repairs, upkeep, and taxes. That's a lot to absorb, especially when you thought buying a home would make your life simpler. These aren't just headlines, they're real experiences. One woman who bought her first home during the pandemic said it was exactly what she needed at the time. But just a few years later, her family grew and the house couldn't keep up. With only 2 bathrooms, constant noise, and nowhere to breathe, what once felt like a fresh start became a source of daily stress. Another homeowner moved across the country, convinced that a quieter area would change everything. It did until the loneliness kicked in. She found herself far from friends, dealing with repairs, higher bills, and a layout that no longer worked for her. Different people, different reasons, but the same outcome. The hope that made sense back then doesn't seem to fit now. For a lot of people, the reality of owning a home hit harder than expected. What once looked amazing online or during a 5-minute showing didn't match real life. And many didn't fully understand the long-term maintenance costs or the stress of being far away from their support system. According to a recent survey, 56% of buyers who purchased after 2020 now have buyer remorse. Nearly 1/3 say their home actually hurt their finances. And it's not about making a bad decision, it's about how fast everything moves during an uncertain time. So, what if you're in this position right now? First, take the pressure off. It doesn't mean you failed. It just means that your needs have changed. Maybe the right move is selling and then renting until the market shifts. Maybe it's downsizing, relocating, or simply just getting your finances back on track. Don't ignore the signs. If your home feels more draining than comforting, if the costs are outpacing your income, if your lifestyle has changed dramatically since you bought it, it might be time to rethink the role your home plays in your life. The truth is, your home should support your life, not hold it back. What worked in 2020 might not work in 2025, and that's perfectly okay. There's no shame in starting over. There's strength in knowing when to pivot. If you're considering selling or just want to talk about your options, I'm here to help. Let's figure out your next best step together. Before I go, I just wanted to leave with you this reminder. There's a time for everything and a season for every activity under the sun. Ecclesiastes 3, verse 1. The hardest part of homeownership or just life in general is recognizing when a season has changed. But change doesn't mean failure, it means you're growing. And wherever you go next, trust that you're not starting over. You're building on everything you've learned, one step at a time. Thank you for spending your time with me. Be blessed, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.